Part 2. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, slap the lion to death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 11. Looking down from the sky, a figure is galloping. Chu Bai's speed was very fast. It's so fast that the drone can't catch it. Su Menjiao, who was on the side, hurriedly zoomed out her field of vision. Only then did she discover Chu Bai's movement trajectory, but it also shocked the live broadcast room even more. Nima, so fast. It's all after image, it's too exaggerated, right? For a while, netizens from all over the world couldn't believe it. At the moment when the South China tiger pounced, even the drone lost its field of vision. Wait, did you hear any sounds? Suddenly, someone wondered. I thought I had misheard, there was a sound. Is that the sound of the engine? It seems to have come from the South China tiger. Wait, this can't be the heartbeat of a South China tiger, right? For a time, everyone was shocked. The sound is not obvious, but it can be heard. If it's really the heartbeat of a South China tiger, how terrifying must it be? It should be the wind, right? The crowd couldn't believe that it would be a heartbeat. Meanwhile, Chu Bai was as fast as lightning and was rapidly approaching the bison. He was no more than 100 meters away from the bison, and he was close in a few pounces and a few breaths. By the time the buffalo arrived, the beast was near. Bang! Chu Bai jumped away and pounced like a thunderbolt. Moo! As soon as the bison reacted, Chu Bai had already leaped 7 or 8 meters away. He carried a huge impact and threw the bison to the ground in one fell swoop. Boom! Both sides rolled out 4 or 5 meters. As soon as the bison got up, Chu Bai had already pounced on it, opened its bloody mouth and bit it. Poof! Blood splatter! Chu Bai bit the bison's neck. The bison roared in pain, shook its body violently, and Chu Bai soared directly into the air. But he bit the bison to the death. No matter how hard the big guy tried, he never let go. For a time, blood was dripping. The big guy roared again, and a huge force struck. Chu Bai found that he still underestimated the power of the bison, and the huge power directly shook him out. It's just a pity. He is no longer what he used to be. The moment he hit the ground, he slammed his hind limbs to the ground, pounced on it, and tore at the bison again. The big guy was experienced and looked down at him. It can not only protect the soft neck, but also attack Chu Bai. Chu Bai was not in a hurry. Hunting is a test of patience. When the buffalo came at him, he quickly dodged, and his muscular forelimb slapped on the big guy's head, knocking it to the ground with a bang. The deterrent power of the tiger, in addition to the bite force, is the claw. The buffalo rolled to the ground, and he saw the opportunity to pounce on it, biting the big guy by the neck. In an instant, blood splattered. The bison was bitten and basically lost the ability to resist. Although his body was still convulsing, he was powerless to recover. The scene was shocking. It shook all the audience. This is a bison, not a domestic cow. The size alone is larger than that of a tiger, and its strength is not inferior to that of a tiger, and even a lion is a little more fearful. But now, killed by the tiger in a few rounds. No, it can be said that it is devastating and decaying, and it is not wasted. Number 68 is also too powerful. Yes, that strong bison was bitten to death in a few strokes. On the shooting vehicle, the eyes of several of Su Menjiao's assistants lit up. You know, the killing of bison in a sub-adult state, even in the entire reserve, is only a few records. But any lion who can hunt bison in sub-adulthood has become the existence of the king of lions. At the same time, the live broadcast room. This combat power can be called terrifying. The key is that the South China tiger is still in a sub-adult state. If it's an adult, then it's still going to be. For a time, the barrage of Longguo netizens covered the live broadcast room. The South China tiger represents the dragon country. Normally, if the Goryeo tiger appears, it will definitely be able to kill the bison easily. Netizens in the universe country have brushed their sense of existence again. The Goryeo tigers have a high status in the universe country, and they think that they will not lose to the South China tigers of the Dragon Kingdom. The South China tiger is really powerful. However, even a 200-kilogram South China tiger is so powerful, wouldn't the Siberian tiger of my White Bear Alliance be able to kill a bison in seconds? You know, my Siberian tiger is more than 300 kilograms. At this size, scare can scare a bison to death. The people of the White Bear Alliance also came out. First raised a hand of South China tiger, and then praised his own Siberian tiger without leaking. The Siberian tiger is known to be the largest. The average body size is 300 kilograms. Some tiger kings can even reach 400 catties. Haha, I don't know what the professor said. Didn't you say that you would die? Now we want to hear what he thinks. As the comments brushed up, Professor Couple's face was not very good looking. It's not scientific at all. Now he didn't know what to say. This South China tiger is obviously not as large as a bison, and it is so fast. The combat power is even stronger, and the bison was bitten to death in a few rounds, which is completely inconsistent with scientific data. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, Slap the Lion to Death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 12. The sub-adult South China tiger bit the bison to death in a few rounds. I wonder what the beast thinks about this. In the face of the crowd's ridicule, Professor Couple's face was not very good looking. It's just a coincidence. Or rather, this South China tiger is lucky. Professor Couple's face was expressionless. Coincidentally, this happens every day. Science pays attention to big data. One coincidence is not enough to tell the story. If every sub-adult tiger could hunt bison, that's science. But there is only one South China tiger, and this is luck. It's a brick house. It's worthy of being called a beast. This explanation is very much in line with who you are. In the face of everyone's ridicule, Professor Couple said coldly, if you are powerful, it is you who are sitting here now, not me. Oh, in a hurry. He was in a hurry. On the step. After killing the bison, Chu Bai heard a deafening roar. He turned his head and saw the herd of bison furious, like a raging flood coming towards him. Chu Bai broke out in a cold sweat. Not to mention him, even the Tiger King did not dare to face such a charge. There was no hesitation. He turned and climbed the tree. As a feline, tigers are no weaker than cheetahs in their ability to climb trees. A herd of bison swirled underneath, angrily striking the trees, swaying them until they had no choice but to leave. Chu Bai jumped down, and before he had time to eat a full meal, countless figures appeared not far away. That's the second brother of the steppe-spotted hyena. Chu Bai was quite helpless. As soon as the spotted hyenas appeared, there were dozens, and sometimes even lions would be robbed of food by them. Soon, the spotted hyena legion approached. Roar! Chu Bai roared, and the spotted hyena retreated again and again. However, they did not leave. Even lions dared to provoke, and they were obviously not frightened by Chu Bai. Soon, they formed a group to provoke. Chu Bai jumped out and slapped a spotted hyena to the ground, but several spotted hyenas quickly appeared behind him and tore its hind limbs. He just turned his head to look. Several spotted hyenas flew back. Then several more spotted hyenas appeared in front of him, and the two sides were at a stalemate. As far as teamwork is concerned, spotted hyenas are even more skilled than wolves. Not even a lion can compete with a spotted hyena. This South China tiger is still too young. There are at least 20 spotted hyenas. If there is a fight, it will definitely be the South China tiger who will die. In the live broadcast room, Westerners became angry. A group of netizens were also silent. Although many people love this South China tiger, these yin and yang weird people are right, the spotted hyena is indeed one of the overlords of the grassland. As the so-called Hades is good, the little ghost is difficult. The spotted hyena has average combat effectiveness. But the victory is in the numbers. Dozens of spotted hyenas, even if they are lion kings, will not easily break out into battle unless they have to. It's just food. If you don't have it, you can hunt again. However, once you engage a spotted hyena, even if you can kill a spotted hyena, there is a high chance that you will be injured in battle. In this hot savanna, injury means death. Wait. They broke out into a fight. At this moment, everyone was shocked to discover the South China tiger was not afraid and took the initiative to charge towards the hyena pack. This scene is like although tens of millions of people have gone to me. This tiger is not familiar with the environment of the savanna at first glance, and it does not know the power of the spotted hyena. Professor Kapil shook his head. Chu Bai did not hesitate. Directly turn on lightning strike. His speed increased to the extreme in an instant, and he swooped out. In the flash of lightning, the blood basin bit the neck of a spotted hyena, and the terrible bite force directly paralyzed the spotted hyena. Accompanied by a piercing howl, countless spotted hyenas flocked from all directions. They are fast. It's a pity that he still can't catch up with Chu Bai. Relying on his absolute speed, Chu Bai kept shuttling through the group of spotted hyenas, and his huge claws knocked the spotted hyenas to the ground again and again. How terrifying his power is! A single slap can seriously injure a spotted hyena. In just a few moments, 5 or 6 spotted hyenas fell to the ground wailing and lost their combat effectiveness. 6. 7. 8. A minute later, more than a dozen spotted hyenas fell to the ground and wailed. Although he did not die immediately, he basically lost his combat effectiveness. Roar! Chu Bai roared, and the remaining spotted hyenas looked at each other, not daring to step forward. Gradually, a vacuum formed around him. However, the spotted hyena legion still did not retreat. They are constantly moving around. Eyeing. Even with more than half of the casualties, the remaining spotted hyenas still maintain the siege formation. In this hot grassland, life fighting is happening all the time for food. Obviously, the spotted hyena is going to fight for his life. In order to reproduce the race, they continue to launch an offensive. Bang bang bang. As time continued, Zhang Chen's heartbeat became more and more intense. The lightning attack brought an extreme burst of speed, and it also accelerated the flow of blood in his whole body countless times. The body temperature rises rapidly. The heart is overloaded. Chu Bai understood that the battle must be ended as soon as possible. With his current physique, his body temperature was fatal. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, Slap the Lion to Death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 13. In order to avoid the risk of hyperthermia, Chu Bai decided to end the battle quickly and took the initiative to pounce on the spotted hyena army. Roar! With a roar, he was already close to the spotted hyena. Wow! In an instant, screams rang out. Chu Bai's bloody mouth continued to bite, and one by one the spotted hyenas lost their combat effectiveness. In addition to the bite force, his strong and powerful forelimbs are also not small. A slap is enough to seriously injure a spotted hyena. Soon, wails rang out. More than 10 minutes later, countless spotted hyenas lay on the ground and wailed. Only a few were intact, but they only dared to stare at Chu Bai from a distance, losing the courage to charge. Roar! Chu Bai roared, as if declaring sovereignty. This scene is like a mural. The mighty and invincible spotted hyena legion was defeated today. After intimidating the spotted hyena army, Chu Bai spent a lot of effort dragging the bison up the tree. He was not complacent. His ability to win has little to do with strength. The main thing is that he has an absolute speed advantage. Now the body temperature has risen. If more spotted hyenas appear, he will be defeated. Turn on lightning strike again. Will only put yourself in danger. Hiding in a tree, Chu Bai finally had a full meal. The amount of meat on this bison was enough for him to eat for several days. With the beef under the belly, Chu Bai discovered the abnormality. In the midst of the beef, he seemed to feel something strange. It's like the clear air after a heavy rain in the early morning, and it's like drinking frozen water on a hot day. It's flesh and blood. Soon, Chu Bai came to a conclusion. In the evolutionary simulation, he extracted a lot of flesh essence. But it was only today that he had experienced the true beauty of flesh essence for the first time. It's like the relationship between a cultivator and an aura. Devouring talent can absorb the essence of flesh and blood, so, can it absorb the essence of the moon? Chu Bai's eyes lit up. This possibility is not impossible. Even the flesh essence can be absorbed, and there is no reason why the moon essence can't be absorbed. It's just that he can't grasp this kind of power now. When you get stronger, maybe you really have a chance. After eating and drinking, Chu Bai heard the sound of the system. Hint, you kill the bison. The devouring talent takes effect, and you gain 1000 flesh essence. Hint, you have gained add 1 for your demo card. Hint, you have earned add 2 bonus crit cards. Hint, do you use critical hit cards? Use. Chu Bai did not hesitate. Hint, you used a bonus critical hit card. Hint, flesh energy crit x 29, 29,000 units in total. Hint, simulation card crit x2, a total of 2 cards. Hint, simulation card crit x2, a total of 4 cards, 1 has been consumed in advance, and 3 cards remain. As the huge amount of flesh and blood energy poured into his body, Chu Bai felt his muscles squirm again. He understood, he was strong again. His mind moved, and the data panel appeared in view. Name, Chu Bai. Race, South China tiger. Realm, adult tiger, peak state 61,000/100,000. Talent, devour, can devour flesh essence cultivation. Skill, tiger might, your roar has a deterrent effect. Skill, lightning strike, active, increases your burst speed for a short period of time. Passive, increases your regular speed even when it is not activated. Weight, 230 kilograms, your weight will directly affect all your data, the bigger the weight, the stronger. Palm power, 800 kilograms. Bite force, 540 kilograms. Speed, 39 m/s. Lifespan, 18 years. Analog card, 5. Critical hit card, 3. With the crit card, you should be able to break through in a short period of time. Chu Bai muttered. Compared to analog cards, critical hit cards are obviously more precious. He is now at the peak of an adult tiger, and the next realm should be the Tiger King. Even if it's not the Tiger King, it should be almost the same. At the same time, the live broadcast room. Somehow, the barrage suddenly fell silent. Everyone was shocked. The spotted hyena army, the second brother of the grassland, known as the director of the anorectal department, was killed by number 68. The scene of it standing proudly is deeply imprinted in everyone's minds. More than 20 spotted hyenas, defeated by sub-adult South China tigers. Is this still a tiger? Even if it's a Lion King, I'm afraid it doesn't have such oppressive power, right? Awesome. It's the tiger of my dreams. For a time, Western netizens completely lost their news. It's really too unbelievable to be true. I don't know what to think of the beast. The beast is gone. Being slapped in the face twice in a row, it's strange that he dares to speak. In the face of the group ridicule of netizens, Professor Kapil snorted coldly and did not reply. This South China tiger is so weird. It's so unscientific that he is still a subadult, and he has such power. Especially speed. It's just smacking. If he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, no one would have believed that the South China tiger would be so fast that even the cheetah would not be able to outrun him. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, Slap the Lion to Death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 14. On the Branches. Chubai stretched. I don't know if it's because of the devouring talent, his appetite has greatly increased now. In the past, there were at most 10 kilograms of meat, but now I accidentally ate 30 kilograms of beef. Suddenly, a figure approached. Chubai turned his head and saw that it was a cheetah. Clearly, the cheetah had its sights on his food. He let out a roar, and the cheetah turned back 3 times, finally determined that it could not be beaten, and disappeared without a trace in an instant. Immediately, Chubai went to the shooting vehicle. Compared to the river water, he still likes to drink pure water. Sister Menjiao, number 68 is here again. Several assistants became excited, and they were no longer afraid of the first time. Now they know that number 68 is smart and human. Sure enough. Number 68 opened his mouth and pointed with his paw. Number 68 is going to drink water again. A few little girls covered their hands and smiled. Obviously there is a river next to it. Su Menjiao glared at Chubai, but still gave him a few buckets of water. Cheat. It's cheating. In the live broadcast room, Western netizens protested. As a staff member, you shouldn't give help to the tigers. That's right, the help of the staff will definitely affect the lion-tiger fight, and it will affect the victory or defeat. Hee, drinking water can also affect the battle. If you really lose, what can you blame for it? For a while, people who were unhappy with Western netizens jumped out one after another. In this way, the live broadcast room fell into a quarrel again. Nickname extra. The lion and tiger fight happened. Just now, a tiger broke into the lion's territory and was killed. At this moment, Western netizens became excited. What happened? There was a question mark in the live broadcast room. The host Lisabelle smiled. Ladies and gentlemen, we just got the news that a lion and tiger fight has happened. Now let's cut the screen to take a look. The voice fell. The live stream screen changed. I saw a tiger lying in a pool of blood in a jungle. Beside it, there are 2 lion kings. Lisabelle explained, according to the news from the program team, this is the Goryeo tiger of the universe country, number 23, but the battle has passed, and it is clear that the Goryeo tiger has been defeated. Haha, the results are out. The tiger is really no match for the lion. The facts are right in front of you, and I think some people have something else to say. Western netizens are boiling. The liger is fresh from the results. There is no doubt that the lions have won big. Impossible, how could our Goryeo tiger be defeated? There is a conspiracy, there must be a conspiracy. The people of the universe shouted one after another. It's a cosmic country. This explanation is very similar to yours. In the face of ridicule, the people of the universe couldn't sit still and came out to explain. Obviously, it's not a fair fight. If you have eyes, you can see that Gaulihu singled out 2 lion kings. Not necessarily. Is it possible that the other lion king didn't do it? Westerners continue to ridicule and get great satisfaction. The facts are out. There's no need to argue anymore. It must be 2 against 1, otherwise how could our Goryeo tiger be defeated? Definitely an unfair fight. When a group of netizens quarreled, Professor Kapil said, according to my observations, the number 23 Goryeo tiger did not complain. Why did the professor say that? Lisabelle sings a harmony with one. Professor Kupil continued, the reason is simple, it is not easy to kill the lion kings of the Goryeo tigers, and if I am not mistaken, they should be the Defender Lion Alliance. Everyone knows the bad boys and lions, and the defenders are just as powerful. They've played against the Bad Boys League a few times, and they've had both sides win and lose. The ability to take advantage of the powerful bad boys and survive in the Sabasan region they rule says it all. Alliance. Isn't this alliance and that alliance just relying on numbers? But it's okay, I still have 3 more tigers. If they form an alliance, they will be able to overthrow some defenders and bad boys. The people of the universe who had just lost the Goryeo tiger were very unconvinced, and began to criticize and write. It's not a matter of quantity. Professor Kupil smiled faintly. The Defenders Lion Alliance, the Bad Boys Lion Alliance, every Lion King can dominate one side. Professor, can you introduce the Defenders to the netizens? Asked Lisabelle. Absolutely. Professor Kupil nodded yes. He continued, there are a total of 5 Lion Kings in the Defender Lion Alliance, the eldest is named Darkmane, and he has the highest status in the alliance, and he leads the 3 brothers to conquer the city, and the sword is invincible. The second child is called Scarnose, short-tempered, and whenever he fights, he rushes forward. The third is called Golden Mane, and the fourth is called Scarred Buttocks. Where's the fifth? Lisabelle asked. The old 5 died when the defenders challenged the bad boys. Professor Kupil said. I see. Lisabelle nodded. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, slap the lion to death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 15. Chubai lay in the shade to enjoy the shade, and several of Su Menjio's female assistants took pictures next to him. Haha, this photo is worth at least 10,000 yuan. The little girl was excited. Be confident, at least get rid of it. The companion next to him smiled. Number 68 is now a star. If it has an account, it will definitely have hundreds of millions of fans, much better than those stars. Chubai yawned and said in his heart. Start the simulation. Simulation begins. Your current status, adult South China tiger, peak condition, ... Day 1, you are very thirsty, so you found Su Menjio and asked for water. Day 2, you hunted a small animal. Day 3, nothing happens. Day 4, a day to recharge. Day 5, you meet 2 poachers with guns and attack you, you start a lightning strike and kill both of them. Hint, the Devour talent takes effect, and you gain 2000 flesh energy. Chubai was surprised. Humans even provide flesh and blood energy. Moreover, flesh energy seems to have more than hunting bison. Immediately, he continued to watch. Day 6, kill 2 poachers and you'll become a tiger star. Day 7, nothing happens. Day 8, you killed a critter. Day 9, the weather is hot, you find a water source, but you are targeted by a wandering male lion. In order to survive, you start a big battle, you start a lightning attack, and kill the male lion with difficulty. Hint, the Devour talent takes effect, and you gain 2000 flesh energy. Hint, you get add 2 bonus crit cards. Day 10, you are famous and successfully out of the circle. Day 11, fame is not always a good thing, your fame also brings danger to you. A team of poachers enters the nature reserve, and secretly attacks you, you are shot, and at the last moment, you start a lightning attack, killing all the poachers, but also seriously injured and killed. Hint, devouring talent takes effect, you gain 3000 flesh energy. Hint, you get add 3 bonus crit card. End of simulation. In this simulation, you get 7000 units of flesh energy. Crit simulation card 5, do you use crit cards? Chubai's eyes lit up. This simulation is a great harvest. Once a critical hit occurs, he will be able to break through his current situation. Use critical hit cards. Chu Bai didn't hesitate. Hint, you used a bonus critical hit card. Hint, Flesh Energy Crit X15, a total of 105,000 units. Hint, Mock Card Critical Hit Failed, a total of 5 cards. Hint, whether to extract or not. Extraction. Chu Bai held back his excitement. 100,000 flesh and blood energy was enough for him to break through. As the huge amount of energy poured into his body, he felt a huge change. The first is power. He felt an infinite amount of power. If you look closely, you can even see the expansion of his muscles. However, to the naked eye, it looked more like Chu Bai moved slightly, but it didn't attract more attention. After a while, the system sound sounded. Hint, the devouring talent takes effect, and you gain a new skill, adrenaline. Adrenaline, once turned on, it will secrete a large amount of hormones in a short period of time, providing a large amount of oxygen, providing more energy for physical activity, making your strength greatly increase and your reaction faster. Tip, adrenaline will also make your breathing faster, your heartbeat and blood flow faster, with huge side effects. Do not use it for a long time, otherwise it will bring a huge burden to your body. Chu Bai's heart moved, and the data panel appeared in the field of vision. Name, Chu Bai. Race, South China Tiger. Realm, Giant Tiger, 66,000/1 million. Talent, Devour, can devour flesh essence cultivation. Skill, Tiger Might, your roar has a deterrent effect. Skill, Lightning Strike, active, increases your burst speed for a short period of time, passive, increases your regular speed even when it is not activated. Skill, Adrenaline, provides you with energy, which is a significant increase in your strength and reactions. Weight, 260 kilograms, your weight will directly affect all your data, the bigger the weight, the stronger. Palm power, 1000 kilograms. Bite force, 650 kilograms. Speed, 40 m/s. Lifespan, 25 years. Analog card, 4. Critical hit card, 7. Good. Chu Bai grinned. His current realm is a giant tiger, coupled with 1000 kilograms of palm power and 650 kilograms of bite force. He has basically entered the category of the Tiger King. If he encounters the Lion King, he is confident that he will defeat him. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, slap the lion to death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 16. Chu Bai turned over lazily, feeling extremely comfortable in his heart. He now weighs 260 kilograms. That's 500 pounds. The system's evaluation is correct, he is indeed called a giant tiger. You must know that the largest tiger on the blue star, the Siberian tiger, also known as the Siberian tiger, has an average weight of 300 kilograms. Although there is still a big gap between him and the Siberian tiger, let's not forget that he is a South China tiger. The South China tiger is unique to the dragon country. It is one of several tiger species that are smaller in size. 260 kilograms, which can be regarded as breaking the limit of the South China tiger. Number 68 seems to have gotten bigger. At this moment, several female assistants were surprised. Look at the flowers, right? The women began to discuss. It looks like it's really getting bigger. Su Menjiao also showed a surprised gaze. Having lived with number 68 for almost 4 years, she is very familiar with number 68. It doesn't look like it has changed. It seems to have gotten bigger again. I guess it's a delusion. Su Menjiao shook her head. At the same time, more than a few people were surprised, but the live broadcast room was also surprised. They were right, number 68 seems to have really gotten bigger, and it's really different from when he first entered the reserve. Wouldn't it? It's only been less than a day, how can there be a change? It should be an illusion. When a group of netizens were discussing, the host Lisabelle smiled. Ladies and gentlemen, just now the program team sent a message. In view of everyone's love for tigers, it is now decided to start naming the list. It is up to everyone to name their favorite tigers and decide the names of these 99 tigers. It's still the old rule, the first tip is free. But the second time you hit the list, you need 1 UN, and you can play the list unlimitedly. The voice fell, and the live broadcast room was boiling. It's not a discussion, it's a scolding. Nima, the program team is really good at making money. It's just the end of the list, and now it's the naming, right? This is to get all our steamed bread money. But that's a good thing. If you look at the names of lions in the West, one is worse than the other, and it is better for us to name them. But it takes rice. In the midst of the discussion, the naming list began. As the most popular South China tiger, there are 3 names on the reward list. One of them, Mountain King. It means the king of mountain beasts. Second, Champion Ho. The meaning is very simple, it is the king of kings. Third, General Huawei. All 3 names are very popular. It's still good to listen to Shan Jun. General Huawei is not bad. To be honest, I still like Champion Ho. For a while, the live broadcast room was discussed. At this moment, a wolf howl rang out. Wait, 68 seems to be surrounded by wolves. Sharp-eyed netizens found the problem, and there were wolves gradually approaching the filming vehicle. On the other side, Chu Bai was also vigilant. He turned his head to look, only to see countless jackals approaching, probably attracted by the smell of blood. Number 68, you go quickly. Su Menjiao shouted and got into the car with several companions. Chu Bai didn't know the situation. I quickly climbed the trees before. Sure enough, the jackal legion was attracted by the bison carcass in the trees. Whoa! Whoa, whoa! With a wolf howl, at least dozens of jackals surrounded the filming vehicle. Although the filming crew was equipped with bodyguards, there was only 1 person and 1 gun. If the jackal legion really attacked, the filming crew would definitely not be able to bear it. Chu Bai was lying on the tree. Jackals can't climb trees, so there's nothing wrong with him. However, the fact that these jackals dared to provoke him made him a little angry. Although the soul is human, his body is a tiger and he also has the character of a tiger as a king. As long as he haunts, it is his land. Now the jackal appears. There is no doubt that it is a provocation to him. Roar! Chu Bai let out a roar, trying to deter the wolves and let them know who was the boss here. At the same time, Tiger Might was launched. The jackals looked at each other. It seems to feel the wrath of the king. Although they had never seen a creature like a tiger, they felt the momentum of the Lion King. No, it's stronger than the Lion King. As the 2 sides fell into insistence, although the Jackal Legion was intimidated by the tiger's might, they were outnumbered, and after a while, they were freed from the tiger's intimidation. Somehow, Chu Bai jumped down and confronted the Jackal Legion. Reason told him he shouldn't, but his body moved. He wants to maintain his dignity as the Tiger King, as well as to deter these provocateurs. There is no need to offend. Number 68. Seeing this scene, Su Menjiao opened her mouth wide. Sister Menjiao, number 68 is human, it must be to protect you. Several female assistants were stunned and had a guess in their hearts. Sister Menjiao has lived with number 68 for 4 years, and almost raised number 68, it must be to protect Sister Menjiao. Let's go, number 68. Su Menjiao also shouted. Unfortunately, number 68 was unmoved. It is a tiger with a single face and 1,000 wolves, without timidity, like a real king. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, slap the lion to death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 17. A tiger, with dozens of jackals on his face, has the momentum of tens of millions of people, which makes the live broadcast room boil. The South China tigers are awesome. 666. This is the Tiger King in my mind. For a while, the barrage flew. Wait, it's very imposing, but it's also dangerous. No matter how strong the South China tiger is, it is only a tiger, and there are dozens of jackals opposite it, which is an overwhelming numerical advantage. That's right, even if the jackal bites each South China tiger, it will be enough for it. In addition to the excitement, some sensible netizens became worried. This tiger's IQ is worrying. Dozens of jackals, it looks like they're going to be eaten. Western netizens found an opportunity to ridicule, and the barrage instantly flooded the live broadcast room. Even a powerful lion king would not dare to face dozens of jackals alone, let alone a sub-adult tiger. It looks like 68 is scared silly. It's not stupid, it's affectionate and righteous. At this moment, Sun Wei, who had been silent for a long time in the live broadcast room, spoke. What do you mean by that? Lisabelle asked. Sun Wei calmly explained, you think, these 100 tigers were artificially raised in the reserve, and the filming crew responsible for tracking and shooting number 68 is the keeper of number 68, and now she is surrounded by jackals, although number 68 knows the danger, but will definitely protect her. The voice fell, and there was a lot of talk. At this time, everyone knew that number 68 was still a loving and righteous tiger. Loved, loved. It's the tiger of my dreams. For a while, everyone was moved to tears. Shouldn't it? This tiger can understand human nature, said Lisabelle, skeptical. You're wrong to think so. Sun Wei continued, we have lived together for 4 years, and these tigers have been raised by breeders since childhood, so it is strange that they have no feelings. You know, the feelings of animals are sometimes more sincere and pure than those of humans. After speaking, the live broadcast room brushed up with teary expressions. On the other hand, Chu Bai didn't know that he had been labeled as affectionate and righteous. He only wants to deter the wolves now. Tell them not to challenge the dignity of the king. But the jackals, with their sheer numbers, didn't take him seriously at all. Normally, I don't have a chance to win. Chu Bai muttered to himself. Dozens of jackals, a huge disparity in numbers. Even if it is a powerful tiger king, the odds of winning are not great. But he's different. He has a lot of skills in his body. Even if he loses the enemy, when the time comes, he will start the lightning attack and slip away directly, and the loss will not be great. When I first arrived, he must erect authority. The animals of this prairie should know that tigers, like lions, are the kings of this prairie. Thinking of this, Chu Bai let out a loud roar and activated the tiger might skill. The wolves were afraid and stopped. Soon, several jackals stepped forward cautiously to probe. Chu Bai understands that if he retreats at this time, the wolves will swarm up, and then he will be the real danger. He had to respond. In this food-starved savanna, he must tell the wolves that he is not prey and that even if they starve to death, they should not be in his mind. Thinking of this, Chu Bai pounced violently. Lightning strike, on. For a while, he got close to several jackals like thunder, bit the jackal's neck, and flew it out a meter or two away. In the flash of light, strong and powerful claws slapped out. It's almost just a breath. A few jackals that came forward to test them were already dying. Number 68 is too brave. Besides Su Menjiao, several female assistants had little stars twinkling in their eyes. But the former is different. She only hoped that the 68th would leave. The live broadcast room was also boiling, and everyone didn't expect that in the face of such a huge jackal army, number 68 would dare to take the initiative to charge. Before everyone even reacted, a few tentative jackals were dealt with. This is the real Tiger King. And what about the huge number of enemies? Even if you die, you have to fight the dignity of the Tiger King. Sure enough. Chu Bai stood proudly, knowing it in his heart. He quickly killed a few tentative jackals, and instead of attacking, the wolves were confused and flinched. Wolves are such creatures. If you show weakness, it will rush to it. On the contrary, when you are strong enough, they will be jealous. Whew! Suddenly, a wolf howl sounded. Chu Bai turned his head to look, only to see a huge jackal appear. On the jackal, there was a creature that looked like a wolf, but didn't want a wolf. That's a dog. Chu Bai frowned. Whoa! A moment later, the wolves let out a howl that resounded all around. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, slap the lion to death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 18. A strong jackal with an animal that looks like a wolf but not a wolf on its back. Not only Chu Bai was dumbfounded, but the live broadcast room was also dumbfounded. Is that a wolf? It's not a wolf at first glance. It's like a cunning fox, it's a strange combination. A group of netizens talked about it. Although puzzled, with the emergence of this strange combination, the wolves jumped to the test. Lisabelle looked at Sun Wei and asked, Mr. Fat Tiger, you are an expert in the study of animals, have you ever seen this creature? Sun Wei hesitated for a moment and said, I've never seen it. I have a guess, though. Oh, Lisabelle looked at again. Sun Wei sorted out his language and said, if I'm not mistaken, it should be a kind of embarrassment, and it is also a mutated creature of the wolf pack. It is said that the wolf and the embarrassed are two different beasts, the wolf is more ferocious, and the embarrassed is a very clever animal with a brain, which is said to be on a par with humans. Embarrassed. The live broadcast room was surprised. Sun Wei nodded yes and said, that's right, the source of the embarrassment is a combination of these two animals. It is said that the embarrassment is an animal with short front legs and long hind legs, and it cannot walk on its own, so it can only rely on crawling behind the wolf and acting with the help of the wolf. Really? The forelimbs of that embarrassment are really short. The live broadcast room looked at it one after another, exactly the same as what Sun Wei said. It's really embarrassing to think of it. The legend turned out to be true, and we really saw the embarrassment. When everyone was excited, Sun Wei continued, legend has it that every 100 years, there will be an embarrassment in the wolf pack. They have a very smart brain and a high IQ. It is precisely because of this that the embarrassment is also known as the military advisor of the wolf pack. Could it be that this embarrassment has a really high IQ? I guess it's a legend. In the live broadcast room, everyone was talking. After all, this is just a legend, not necessarily a reality. Wait. The wolves charged. Suddenly, everyone noticed that the wolves had launched an attack on the South China tiger. For a while, everyone became worried. There are too many wolves. Despite their strength, the South China tigers are so large in numbers that no one thinks they will win. On the other side, Chu Bai was waiting for him. Dozens of wolves launched a surprise attack, and even he couldn't take it lightly, and he would die on the spot if he wasn't careful. Wow! Whoa! With a howl, the wolves approached. Chu Bai was not timid. Thunderbolt out. At the same time, the lightning attack is on, and the adrenaline is on. In the face of this huge legion, he must give it his all. Bang bang bang. Suddenly, a heartbeat sounded. It's so rushy. It's so clear and audible. The lightning attack had already made Chu Bai's blood flow extremely fast, and now it was added with adrenaline. his blood flowed so fast that it was unimaginable. At the same time, adrenaline also provides a large amount of oxygen, and under the rapid processing of the heart, endless kinetic energy is transmitted to every inch of muscle. At this moment, Chu Bai was like an irascible beast. Brush. The afterimage flickered, and Chu Bai disappeared in place. It's like transposing. This scene made all netizens in the live broadcast room look stupid. What did they see? That's an afterimage. There was also the sound of a rapid heartbeat, which was so clear and audible. It wasn't a hallucination last time. That's really the heartbeat of the South China tiger. Nima, what do you call this a heartbeat? It's obviously the sound of an engine. Under the watchful eye of the live broadcast room, the fight began. The shock also began. I saw the South China tiger rushing into the wolf pack, and with one paw, he slapped a jackal with a bloody eye and collapsed directly to the ground. Then he opened his bloody mouth, and the bite was enough to kill. In just a moment, 5 or 6 jackals lay in pools of blood. This is not a battle, but a massacre. Although the wolves are ferocious and brave enough to charge, the South China tiger not only has unrivaled strength, but his sheer speed is the key. No matter how strong the strength is, it will be injured in the face of such a large number. Once injured, it means death. This is the law of survival in the savannah. Even powerful lions, if not very hungry, will not choose to be enemies of legionary creatures such as hyenas and jackals. As a powerful hunter, he is most afraid of getting hurt. But the South China tiger has absolute speed and can easily crush the wolves. It's ghostly, constantly shuttling. Every second a jackal falls, every breath a jackal dies. This unrivaled combat power completely shocked everyone. This is the beast. This is the real Tiger King. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, slap the lion to death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 19. On the plains, the tigers fought the wolves, which completely shocked all the audience. As we all know, tigers are ferocious beasts. On the surface of this planet, it is enough to rank the name. But no one would have imagined that the South China tiger would be so powerful. Fight dozens of jackals alone. Not only was he not injured, but he had an unrivaled momentum. In just a few minutes, more than half of the wolves have been lost. And the South China tiger has not diminished in the slightest. It seems to destroy all the wolves and defend the dignity of the Tiger King and the strongest creatures on the surface. Roar. With a roar, Chu Bai set off to kill again. At this moment, he went crazy. With the adrenaline kicking in, a large amount of hormones secreted him falls into a state of emptiness. I just want to crush the opponent in front of me, and I am not afraid of any pain. Whew. With a howl, a jackal was slapped by Chu Bai and his eyes were bloody, his head turned into paste, and he couldn't die anymore. In the next second, countless jackals flew in. Although Chu Bai is crazy, but he also kept some sanity. In an instant, he dodged the attack, bit, and threw a jackal out, then slapped one to death. In a flash of lightning, he had broken the siege. After a while, he disappeared. The speed is so fast that even the drone loses its field of vision. Fortunately, Su Menjiu hurriedly widened her field of vision, and only then did she capture Chu Bai's movement trajectory again. He is like a storm and a lightning bolt. In just a few breaths, the huge wolf pack was routed by him. One by one, the jackals fell, wailed, or died. The battle is over. But there was no calm in the live broadcast room. The South China tiger stands proudly on the battlefield, overlooking the corpses everywhere like a king. Wait, look. At this moment, everyone discovered the shock. I saw the South China tiger standing on the grassland, and there were bursts of heat on its body. It was a looming steam. What kind of terrible exercise does this have to evaporate the sweat on your body? For a moment, everyone was shocked. Obviously, this is definitely a tiger at the level of the Tiger King. Honestly, I look stupid. This is still a sub-adult state. If it is an adult, then it will still be necessary. If this battle video is posted on the internet, it should have tens of millions of likes. Be confident, get rid of it. On the other side, Chu Bai was wrapped in looming steam, looking like a machine that had been running for countless days and nights. Whew. After a while, he exhaled a breath of turbidity. Open two skills at the same time, and the load on the body is really terrifying. The heart was beating rapidly, and the blood was flowing like magma. The good thing is that the results are good. Although these two skills put a great burden on him, they also allowed him to kill dozens of jackals. This is a miraculous achievement. Dozens of jackals. There has never been such a record on this planet. After a while, Chu Bai turned his head to look. On the slope not far away, two strange combinations of jackals were quietly staring at him. After a while, they turned and left. The strange creature behind the jackal turned its head to look at Chu Bai as it disappeared. His eyes reveal wisdom and agility. This surprised Chu Bai. He had never seen such a gaze in an animal, as if the creature was the same as the traverser. After a while, the sound of the system sounded. Hint, you killed the jackal at 28. The devouring talent takes effect, and you gain 14,000 flesh essence. Hint, you get add 2 for your demo card. Hint, you have earned add 2 bonus crit cards. Hint, do you use critical hit cards? Use. Chu Bai said in his heart. Hint, you used a bonus critical hit card. Hint, flesh energy crit x 25, 350,000 units in total. Hint, analog card crit x2, a total of 4 cards. Hint, analog card crit x2, a total of 4 cards. As the huge amount of energy poured into his body, Chu Bai clearly felt the increase in weight and strength. 350,000 flesh energy. He metamorphosed again. Seeing that it was getting late, Chu Bai found a safe place to rest. He's hot all over now. You have to get your body temperature down. With the passage of time, the turmoil caused by Chu Bai did not stop. In this battle, the video began to spread on the internet. A tiger fight dozens of jackals alone. If it's just a battle, the key is that dozens of jackals have been killed, and this kind of combat power is unbelievable. In this way, Chu Bai became completely famous. Whether it's watching the live broadcast or those who don't pay attention to the lion and tiger fight, they all know his name, and he can be regarded as a complete breakthrough. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, slap the lion to death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 20. The dawn is dawning, slowly rising from the horizon. Chu Bai lay in the shade of the tree and slowly opened his vertical pupils. Start the simulation, he said in his heart. Simulation begins. Your current state, giant tiger, peak state, ... Day 1, in the process of searching for food, you broke into the territory of the Lion King, and a battle broke out with 2 Lion Kings. In the fierce battle, you fought 1 against 2, but you did not want to be injured, and started a lightning attack to get out of the battle. Day 2, you hunted a small animal. Day 3, nothing happens. Day 4, you spot a cheetah and prepare to hunt it, and after turning on the lightning strike, you outpace the cheetah and hunt it down with ease. Hint, the devour talent takes effect, and you gain 500 flesh units. Hint, you get add 1 for your demo card. Day 5, a wandering lion intrudes into your territory, you kill it. Hint, the devour talent takes effect, and you gain 1500 flesh units. Hint, you get add 1 crit card. Looking at the information, Chu Bai was quite satisfied. Although the system evaluates him as a giant tiger, there is no doubt that he already has the power of the Tiger King. The lion is no match for him. Ordinary tigers are no match for him either. Can threaten him. I'm afraid there is only the Lion King. Immediately, he continued to watch the message. Day 6, a tiger broke into your territory. It was a very powerful Tiger King. You broke out a fierce fight with it, and for a while it was a win or loser. You started a lightning attack, adrenaline, and finally defeated the tiger, but you did not kill it. Strangely, the tiger did not leave. In this harsh grassland, in the face of the terrible lion alliance, the tiger seems to have changed its strategy. Hint, you have gained the heart of the gifted Tiger King. Heart of the Tiger King, the tiger defeated by you will be more in awe of you and have a tendency to surrender. Chu Bai was surprised. Tigers are known to be solitary creatures. But in this simulation, the tiger seems to have a tendency to surrender. In addition to that, this talent is also more group-oriented. In other words, in the face of this harsh prairie and the invincible lion alliance, the tiger's living space has been squeezed to an unimaginable level. I want to survive. The tiger is also going to change his habits. But no matter how he develops in the future, with this talent, it is equivalent to having the initiative. Day 7, you go hunting with another tiger, strayed into the territory of the bad boy lion alliance, and started a big battle with 6 lion kings. This battle is called the Battle of the Elephant Plains. Another tiger died in battle, you also killed a lion king, and finally outnumbered and had no choice but to escape. Hint, the Devour talent takes effect, and you gain 2000 flesh units. Day 8, after the Battle of the Elephant Plains, you became famous. Day 9, the Bad Boys League reabsorbed a Lion King, and came to you for revenge. You fought with one enemy 6, started a lightning attack, adrenaline, fought against 6 Lion Kings, and finally died tragically. End of simulation. In this simulation, you get 4000 units of energy. Crit simulation card add 1, simulation card add 1, talent, Heart of the Tiger King. Do you use crit card? Use. Chu Bai said in a deep voice. Hint, you use critical hit cards. Hint, Flesh Energy Perfect Crit X99, a total of 396,000 units. Hint, Mock Card Critical Hit Failed, a total of 1 card. Hint, Reward Critical Hit Cards Critical Hit Failure, a total of 1 card. Hint, the Heart of the Tiger King's talent critical hit has been successfully and has been further strengthened. Hint, whether to extract or not. Extraction. The words fell, and a huge amount of warmth poured into the body. Chu Bai glanced at the data panel, and the flesh and blood energy had reached nearly 100,000, and he was only half of it was close to breaking through. Without hesitation, he simulated again. In this simulation, with the use of critical hit cards, he gained more than 200,000 flesh and blood energy. In the second simulation, he still used the crit card and obtained more than 300,000 flesh energy. With the breakthrough of the realm, Chu Bai clearly felt the strength of his body. Every inch of his flesh and blood seemed to contain explosive and terrifying power. At the same time, his muscles were expanding. After everything was over, Chu Bai's heart moved, and the data panel appeared in the field of vision. Name, Chu Bai. Race, South China Tiger. Realm, Primary Tiger King, 10,000/10 million. Talent, Devour, Devour Flesh. Talent, Heart of the Tiger King. The tiger defeated by you will be in awe of you and have a tendency to surrender. Skill, Tiger Might, Deterrence. Skill, Lightning Strike. Skill, Adrenaline. Weight, 300 kilograms. Your weight will directly affect all your data. The bigger the weight, the stronger. Palm power, 1,300 kilograms. Bite force, 800 kilograms. Speed, 42 mph. Lifespan, 30 years. Analog card, 4. Critical hit card, 7.